This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard, and we're all under lockdown, so the neighbors are outside in the backyard having a conversation, so if you hear them, don't mind that. Hopefully they won't mind me. I've got some leftover colors and I've added some more colors to them, and I have this long reservoir that I think I could jury rig out of something else, but I'm going to put a layer of what looks like Floetrol in the bottom of it. Hang on a second, let's get that out of there. I could have sworn that was shaken. You know what happens. So I'm going to use whatever I've got the most of mixed up. I think this is an Anita's. Pretty sure that that's an Anita's. And I'm going to float my other colors on the top of it. And I'm not sure how deep I need to go or exactly what's going to happen at all in any way, shape, or form, because this is the first time I've done this. And as much as I'd like to guarantee that I'm going to do it right, there's no guarantees. But whatever goes down the middle of this is probably most likely. That's kind of pretty, a little floral actually. What I'm going to be dipping my tools into. And I have tools. I have all kinds of tools. I have shovels and scoops and things. And even this round cover might go in back in here, and I might use that as a dip tool. But so far, I'm kind of liking my combos there. And I'm going to grab, that is some color shifting orange from Folk Art, and I didn't use it for a long time. I want some much brighter orange in there. Looks like I still have some Floetrol down at that end. There are a few colors I've been hoarding, mixed up and not using much lately because they don't make them anymore by Modern Masters. No, Masters, Art Minds. It was Art Minds. Alright, so I'm getting closer all the time, but I really want something pretty. That looks like copper, and I think I wanted something different than that. And I also want to put some enamels in here because that helps create cells. And this is a blue enamel. I'm not sure who it's by. It could be Deco-Art, it could be Folk Art, it could be pretty much anything from the craft section that was in an acrylic enamel. And I think it would probably be not a bad idea to put a little bit of my favorite color after some Anita's white. Now, I didn't put like a ton of color in here compared to how much I could put in here because I'm afraid that as I dip in, it'll get muddy. And I think I want a little bit more of the one thing that really plugs itself up faster than anything else. So now, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to take a minute and grab a canvas from behind me. I didn't even remember to take the plastic off it. Okay, well, let's hope that doesn't blow around. And I'm going to pull out my OXO omelet turning spatula and move my paint out of the way. Somewhat anyway. Try not to spill anything. These are other trays that I put paint in. Not that you really needed to know that. And I have some black. And no matter what I cover with this, I'm thinking I'm going to probably add something else to it like I have been. So I'll just see how far I can make that cover, and then you'll see how far I can make that cover, and you'll know that I never lie about the OXO omelet turning spatula being the most miraculous paint spreading tool that I know of. I'm not going to worry too much about the edges because I don't know what's going to happen there yet. But whatever I start with, I will add. You know what? I'm inclined to add gold instead of white this time, and I've got some. So let's see what happens with that. That's what we see happening with that is a clog. So I'm going to do something weird. Oh! I'm going to do something weird and pick up that bottle I dropped. I'm going to put my tri-tip to work. And I probably don't even need to get rid of all those marks because they're pretty cool actually. I'm just going to run the spatula down the edge to make sure I don't have any canvas showing, but I don't think that matters as much. Well, it matters a little bit more with this, what I'm about to do, at least what's in my head, because if I don't cover it now, there's no coming back and covering it later. I say that, but with a lot of effort, you could probably do the covering it later thing, but I'd rather not. I'd rather be done. So I could put a whole lot more of those little lines in there and it'd be pretty cool. And I'm even thinking about doing that because I started that way. So let's just do that. And then we're going to we could grab the shovel for a start. I've got a shovel. I've got all kinds of stamping tools. So we're going to use each of those. I think I lied. I think I'm going to grab and move, make sure nothing's underneath it, and put that right over here on my right side, your left side. And here goes nothing sort of thing. I'm going to dip gently. I'm going to use it until it's used up. I may switch the pan around. I'm going to move it back and forth. I may cross it over like pickup sticks. I probably could have made more colors at one end, one particular family of colors, and then colors at the other end. Why flip the pan if you can flip the tool? And then I'm not going to dip the whole thing in, and I'm going to try that. And I'm going to go back to dipping the whole thing in. And I've never done this before, so I don't know if tipping is an option or not, or if we want to come in with the shovel or not. I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to cross over. Because I can. That's the name of my first book. On the Amazon link, underneath, show more underneath the video. No matter where this video is. This may be my new channel. This may be Phoenix Rising, Priscilla Batzell art. And I'm just going to keep knocking that off until I get marks that I like. And this is really, really different. And I got a lot of paint. And so far I'm being pretty delicate, so I'm not having too much trouble with mud. And I am just following mark after mark. And I think I can just even dip it in without any paint on it and still pick up and make texture, which is what I just did there. I might want to wipe it off at some point in time, so keeping a nice damp studio rag is probably not a bad idea. And if I wanted one particular color, like, do I really want to do this? I kind of do. I kind of want to see what's going to happen. I'm going to try it. I'm going to put one line of the turquoise right down there and see if I can pick it up. And the answer is yes, I can. So that's, oh, don't dump that over. Wow, that was really, really close. So what's next? I am still going to turn this paint pan around. And I want to use a different tool. That's all there is to it. I'm here, and I want to show you guys that I can dip spatulas, put them all kinds of places, and make little trails. I wish that would stop. I'm not used to it, and it's too close. So you can just keep going with your mark making tools as far as the paint will last. And I kind of like the gold background. It's going to be pretty intense. I mean, it's not, it's my first try. Don't pick on me yet. I'm also not done. So I shouldn't judge myself any harsher than I'm telling you to judge yourselves when you guys are working on stuff for the first time. Because you know everything can change. So what now? I still want my shovel, and I still have my shovel. I'm going to wipe off that spatula so there's no residual left on there. And I'm going to grab a shovel full of this gorgeous paint. That is still gorgeous and not too muddy. I do use quite a few color shifts and metallics. And I don't mind that. I definitely want to have more room on this side, and I'm going to take that container right out of the way and put it way down here. so I can actually get my shovel in without hurting anything. I'm going to use that orange. So I can release and drag the shovel just by picking it up and letting it rest for a moment. See if I can get a little bit more so I can continue on around here. And as soon as you've got enough paint on your shovel, I was going to say spatula again, you can just make trails. And it doesn't matter what size tool you're using. You're still going to make trails every time you dip in. Different kind of dip. It would probably behoove me to make sure I stop and look at what I'm doing. I have such an intensely rainbow array of colors that I'm not really getting sections that are different from each other, or different feeling from each other, I was going to say. Now I can also dribble with this, but right now I'm going to try and make some different shaped marks. Oh, that's cool. They met up with the other ones. That's very cool. Alright, so I've always got dribble ability. And I've always got drip ability. I don't think that's a word. But I'm getting to like what I've got a little bit more than I was. And I just took a really large scoopful in my shovel and then just let it drain. I'd like this if it wasn't horrible, if my first time wasn't horrible. I really want some white in there, to tell you the truth. And that's not an impossible request, because I can actually put some of that in there. And yellow would be cool, although I have plenty of gold. Yeah, I like the white. And every time I add something on top of something else, that changes up the dimensionality, the depth of things. And I'm not hating that. I'm getting to like it better. Trying to remember to keep picking up my shovel. At a certain point in time, I'm pretty sure it would be very easy to go too far, and I feel like I might be getting very close to that right now. Not sure what else to do, in fact. I think what I'd really like, if I had the option, is to use some colors that aren't dominating. Well, the rainbow is dominating the whole schmear. So I'm looking for something to change that up. And I could tip all this if I wasn't happy with it. I don't dislike it, I'm just not used to it yet. So it's definitely time to add some marks like that, because that made me happy. I kind of wish I'd gone in the house and gotten my little scoop. How much? I've got 2 minutes left, so I should tell you guys that I do sell my artwork. And the email address to contact me is right underneath the video. And I'm actually using up way more of this paint than I expected I would. I have 2 books, and they're on the Amazon link under Show More under the video. I am just adding some more random shaped floating marks. I kind of want something to go right up here. And I kind of wish it wasn't as wide as this shovel, but so I'll try and use fewer colors next time. That's a little better. I mean, this is definitely funkadelic. Funkadelic, psychedelic, whatever you want to call it. And when all is said and done, if I didn't like it at all, I could tip it and it would probably be pretty cool, and it would be a great starting place for balloon rolls or anything like that. But I've used up almost all of my paint. And even though I'm not feeling like it's fabulous yet, there are plenty of times when I change my mind. And I know I'm not the only one. And there's always tomorrow. If I wanted to go back in with, you know, with a black shovel or a black scoop. And that's me dragging shovels, and that's pretty cool actually. It's a little bit brown. My plastic wrap is blowing around on my feet. Now what I did in the last one that I can't do that easily in this one is drag the skewer through. So I think I might just try and see what happens. When I add even more texture, it's crazy. It's a cosmic event crazy. Crazy and outrageous, and I don't mind those lines. They kind of do it for me. I wasn't sure, but I wasn't in love, so I was willing to take the risk. And yeah. All kinds of things come to mind to say, none of which would be appreciated on any particular platform that has to do with censorship. So I'm just not going to go there at all. I'm going to torch really quickly and tell you guys that even though I sell my artwork, there's other artwork that you might like better than this artwork. And I forgot to dip. Oh, wow. You know what? I forgot to dip. Where's my circle? So let's make a space, throw that basting brush in the bucket, and see what happens when I try that. It's probably going to look the same. Let's put one right. I don't know, I like the stuff that's under me. Let's put it right there. Well, that's not that bad. It's basically just pulling up whatever's there and blending the colors. That's a lot like a balloon roll. And it makes orbs. That's so cool. Hey, you know what? I think I just changed my mind about this piece. I need some smaller ones. Even that's cool because it's very dippy. Let's grab something else. And add some brighter color. Okay, well, it's still a lot too much going on. It's definitely blindingly psychedelic. I love you guys. There's not 86,000 of you here, but there are an Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation, excuse me, Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Priscilla Batzell, my other channel. And there's also 1,310 videos there, should you happen to need something to do while you're on lockdown, the same as the rest of us. I'm getting used to this, and I'm kind of liking it, and I love that. That's pretty cool. I'm going to have to wipe it off, which kind of stuff stinks, but I've got my Lolafy silicone mat, so anytime I've got some great color, I can just put it right down there. Still cool. Alright, so what should I tell you guys? All kinds of stuff that I could tell you. There is a drawing on the end screens for a painting, one of 5 choices, and you will see the prizes included on the exhibition video over at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Priscilla Batzell on any video's end. And PayPal and Patreon are the places you can make a donation to keep the studio rolling if you like what I do, if you enjoy my experiments. That's a great way to help out. Buying a painting is a better way, but Donations are really, really, really appreciated. So check out my Amazon link. There, it's on either channel underneath the video, along with my paint pouring recipe, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links, and you're probably gone, and I'm still talking to air, but this was an experiment.